Wells outside. 6 on the shot clock.
Look at the sizzle there from Wells. Nice move. MP Jim and the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now in the NBA.
Eating some food.
It's going to be in his future.
Now Wells, 15 points in the game. Pass over to Robinson, back to Wells. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Eric Fisher.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3-ball back, but just couldn't get it to fall.
Here's MP. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh my goodness, it's so tough to stop MP, especially at this level. He's the most talented player out of Plainview, maybe ever.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for the Wolfpack. Both shots are good from the stripe.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
Now here's MP. He has 38 in this one. Michael Luan for 3. Rebounded by the Wolfpack.
Oh, and they are very lucky to get away with the defensive lapse there. They gave him a wide open look at the 3 spot.
Dalton Andrews from long range. It's Junior with the rebound. MP outside. From past the arc. And it's Jason Junior with the triple.
It's been a parade of threes from them ever since halftime.
Yeah, we know what they were talking about during the break. They've been dialed in from deep.
Now here's Carter. Kicks it to Johnson. Andrews. Outside, it's Johnson. Here's Cordova. It's Junior with the rebound. And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
Now here's Carter. And there's the whistle for the illegal screen.
Wasn't quite set on that pick, and the refs were right on it.
Setting screens is an art, and that wasn't his best work.
And the Wolfpack making a change here.
Danny Cobb. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Lack. Here's Davidson. The Dynasty with another miss. To the paint. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by the Dynasty. Powell outside. Junior outside. Pass to Powell. Cobb.
I got your help side.
Clock at 6. Here's Powell. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Fresh.
Well, all game long, we've seen the passion that these teams have played with. No let up, no quit from anyone on the roster.
Yeah, passion is definitely one way to say it. Nothing that we can repeat on air, but it certainly seems beyond a little friendly ribbon.
Now here's Powell. Jonathan Lack on the wing. Pass to Junior. Here's Lack. The 3-ball. Levesque grabs the board. Cordova with it. Defended by Lack. Cordova outside. He gets that one to fall.
Great work off the screen to move right to the rim.
Back to Cobb. Pass to Junior. Lack. For 3. No good there. Cordova outside. He goes up again. No good on the shot. Jonathan Lack with some nice D. Cobb with it. Now Carter defending.
2 minutes.
Back to Cobb. Junior. Outside, Davidson. Junior, a screen. Outside, Lack. Jonathan Lack with another miss. Now it's Carter outside. Pass to Levesque. Back to Carter. Cordova. Now Levesque. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Dynasty. Here's Cobb. Tim Powell out on the wing. Outside, Lack. Junior out to the left wing. Pass to Lack. Now here's Cobb. They need this. It's hauled in by Fresh. Cordova outside. Fresh with it. Cordova outside. Here's Carter. Levesque with it. Working in on Powell. Carter no good. Cobb with it. That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continue their amazing start to the season and now stand at 12-0. Great win for them here.
A real gem. You can see why the Dynasty have been the team to beat. Great execution for them when it mattered most.
Well, you know the Wolfpack would give everything they had. You could feel the intense tone of this rivalry match early on.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Ultimately, talent just wins out. The Dynasty has a great group of players to build on, and they might have been tested here a bit, but they proved to be the better team.
For Drake Hugo, Danny Hager, this is Joe Lamy. Thank you for joining us.
Yo, she was here. I didn't see her.
Yeah, she came with her cousin.
Oh, I can't remember.
Man, you mind if I talk to him real quick? I apologize, bro. Hey, look, I know we butt heads over the years, but we go to the same school now.
Bro, are you thick in the head or something? I don't like you, man.
Look, I ain't trying to be your best friend. I'm just trying to win some games.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
How about we talk on the court? And off the court, you and me win cool.
Great. That's a great attitude.
We're
We're going to win
states
states like
that.
that.
Yep, and I don't care about states.
Yeah, that's because you playing for the Scouts.
Right. And that's because you playing for the fantasy. What, you think they're going to rebuild the factories because you passing a little Jimmy in the clutch? You really want to help these people? How about you take over? Make the league. Then when you got some actual power, you can actually help these people. All right, stop this nice guy hiding behind that when
Looking good, MP. MP, you're my favorite player, man. Always deliver.
Dub Nation, there are still seats available for upcoming games. Please go to the nearest ticket booth to get yours today.
We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having any issue at any time needs to be addressed, then please text the word DUB along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond and address your concerns immediately.
Just a reminder, folks, to make sure to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. looking to make a big splash here tonight. Greetings, it's 2K Sports bringing you live coverage of the NBA. This is our Sunday night broadcast with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And now that we're into December, let's check in on the Rookie of the Year race. And this year's rookie class has been an exceptionally fun one to watch. So I'm sure fans want to know who's out in front. You look at MP, from the jump, he's been an impact player. He's number 4 in the rookie race, and the best part is his career is just getting started.
And he's had a terrific start to his career. He's not quite at the top of the rookie list, but he's been excellent nonetheless.
I think it's easy to see him climbing even higher on that list as he gets more and more comfortable with his new teammates.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for the Warriors, they've got Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler out there with MP. Then there's Brandon Podziemski, and it's Spencer in at the point guard position.
Well, making it look very easy. Right at the rim, McDaniels at the finish.
All right, Grant, 2 of the West's most formidable squads going at it here.
You know, B.A., looking to prove who is the one to beat in their conference. You love this elite level of competition. This is a chance to show who is the best in the West.
And here's Conley. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Now here's Edwards, defended by Podziemski. Edwards, that's good.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Butler passes to MP. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to them on the perimeter.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. McDaniels against MP. 4-3. Another 3 for Golden State.
I think you can make a strong case that Draymond Green is the best passing 4 in the league. Unreal court vision.
Conley passes to Randle. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. To the middle. Here's Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Now here's McDaniels. Here's Edwards. No luck on that one.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder should he have moved it just one pass more. I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
MP against McDaniels. A nice shot by MP. MP's got his second basket.
MP staying focused despite the tight contest.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
He's checked in for Minnesota. And let's pause for a moment to recognize the teams with the best three-point shooting. The Warriors, number 1.
Having the shooters they have, the best three-point shooting team in the league, it opens up the whole court by stretching the defense out.
.149 left in the opening quarter. Back to Randall. Inside, Gobert. The rebound by Post. The Warriors lead by 4. To the paint. Here's Kuminga. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Hields checked in for Jimmy Butler.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga. Shooting 1.
That free throw good from Kuminga. Well, Grant, these two teams just faced off. It's the second game of this mini-series.
Yeah, I mean, we first saw a lot of these back in the 21-22 season, and they were added in a way to reduce travel. You know, I like them. They give you a playoff feel with the game-to-game adjustments that I love.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents."
The Warriors lead by 5. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. Brandon Podziemski out there with MP. And it's Payton in at the small forward position. That's the Warriors 5. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Well, Doris, if you're a Wolves fan, you really have to enjoy the present.
Well, think about it. 56-26 last year, their second best record ever. A 3 seed in the West, also their second best ever. As long as they...
MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Here's Dillingham. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Clark, no good. MP outside. Oh, look at MP doing his thing down there.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. They set the pick, and here's Clark for 3. The rebound by Payton.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's MP. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards has got 4 rebounds in the game. Officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Outside Payton. The 3 hits a 3-pointer. Payton's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards lays it in.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask. Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Clark in the post. Butler covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Edwards on target.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. for the Warriors. Spencer comes in for MP. Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. The Golden State Warriors going into the break up 12. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very...
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Randle deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. Over Butler. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. And that game will conclude a 4-game homestand for them. And it's Butler with the jam.
You can't give Jimmy Butler that kind of space. He will get above the rim and let you hear about it.
Timberwolves trail by 16. About a minute played here in the second half. Randle, the pass to McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The 3, Randle. Spencer grabs the miss. The Warriors lead by 16. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Back to MP. Hey, puts up a 3. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens the locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Outside Podziemski. MP with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Back to Podziemski. Pass to MP. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Edwards can't hit. Now the Warriors with it. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. MP finds Butler. Back to MP.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2
Butler against Randall. Here's Green. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. He's checked in for McDaniels. With this break, let's bring up the teams who've been clicking offensively over the last month. The Warriors, number 1.
Offensively, people are moving without the ball, making the extra pass, and that's led to a high shooting percentage for them, really, over the last month.
Pass to Gobert. To the inside. Here's Edwards. Second chance effort. The shot no good. Healed with the defensive effort. Here's MP. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. MP's got 18 points in the game.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Outside Edwards to stop the drought. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Outside Moody. Pass to MP. He shoots a 3. Knocks down the triple. MP's got 11 points in the quarter.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Now Edwards. He's got 13 from 12 feet. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 15 points in the game. Now here's MP. Tightly guarded. Moody passes to MP. Down low. Here's Kuminga. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Kuminga's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Edwards for 3. Nails it from 3.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
MP getting it done for Golden State. He's been effective on offense, racking up 21 points so far in this contest. We'll be right back. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we... So it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke.
Way to bring the effort tonight. Great win tonight, MP.
All right. There was a lot of talk in this locker room at the beginning of the season about winning the NBA Cup and using that run to turn this year into something special. The team you're playing tonight, they don't care about your hopes or your dreams or what any of you are visualizing. We lose this game, we're out of the tournament before it even gets started, and the rest of the league gets the scent of blood. Don't get so lost in the clouds that you trip over what's right in front of your face. You take it one possession at a time, one rotation at a time. Make the pass. Trust your teammates. Trust the work. We are not winning any trophies tonight, gentlemen. Just focus on beating the team that's in front of you.
Yep.
All right? Bring it in. Win on 3.
All right.
1, 2, 3, win!
Let's go. Let's go.
Get the popcorn ready. It's game time.
Everything good, MP?
Hottest team in the land coming through.
We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having any issues at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word "Dove" along with your issue and see location to 55555. A member of the installation will respond to your concerns immediately. Folks, don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free 5-spot bobblehead.
Coming right up, the Warriors taking on the Suns. For the Warriors, a big player in their conference, holding second place in the West. No doubt their sights are set high as the year rolls on. Suns, Warriors. Our tip-off just moments away. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. The NBA Cup has been pretty wild so far. And now we're in the Western Conference quarterfinal. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us. And looking back at the group stage of the NBA Cup, These were two of the best in the West.
Yeah, these teams have been outstanding in the Cup. They're playing with confidence. Two of my favorites to win this thing, so something has to give.
And here we are in the quarterfinals. MP's very pleased to be here, but he knows the job is not done yet.
Oh, yeah, and MP wants it all. From the start of this competition, he told us he is all in on winning this thing, and he's 3 wins away from reaching that goal.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the 3 slot. And the shot goes down.
Finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
To the left side wing. Here's Spencer. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Booker kicks to Dunn. Booker looking around. Warriors with the rebound. They are tearing through the league right now with 15 wins in a row.
I mean, it's been a lot of fun to watch these guys and how much they're enjoying this. Every team they face is trying to end this big run. I've been on both sides of a game like tonight's, and I'll tell you what, it's tough to keep up a streak. Gotta love the pressure.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Richards with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Dunn misses.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why.
Three-point line hits Booker. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Durant attacking. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Butler. Warriors leading by 8. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous of it.
Outside, Beal from the arc bangs home the trifecta.
You got to get out on Beal. He's just too dangerous as an outside shooter.
MP against Dunn. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Back to MP. Drains the three-pointer. MP's got 8 points.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Trailing here by 8. And for such a young player, Brandon Podziemski has a mature game.
Well, Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get the rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player, and Brandon does a great job of that.
Substitutions here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Minnesota. They've been passed up, moving down to the 4th spot.
And I think for Golden State, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected.
New 5 on the floor. Phoenix also making some changes. Right. Donnie's checked in for O'Neal, and Tyus Jones subbed in for Devin Booker. So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. The wing pair we'll be seeing is Beal and Allen. Plumlee out there with Dunn, and it's Jones in at the point guard position. MP kicks to Hield. Back to MP. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
MP is a cool customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Well, there's some recent news, and now on the phone we go to Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, what's going on?
Thank you, Kevin. The news about New Orleans today, as the Pelicans front office is making early season changes. They know future Hall of Famer Chris Paul has bounced around a little bit in his later years, but he has the skill set this team was looking for. His ability to run the offense, elevate a team's basketball IQ is something they desperately wanted. I'm told it might be a short-term rental, but CP3 should provide a big boost.
Thank you for the insight, Shams. Much appreciated.
Battling in the paint, MP not letting himself get pushed around.
Suns trail by 12. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Phoenix, no good that time either.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside, Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Beal the pass to Allen, and they get it. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
MP, no good. Suns trail by 12 from deep. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Butler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's MP. Phoenix grabs the miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And after this quarterfinal round of the NBA Cup, the final 3 games will all be played on a neutral floor.
And that's what makes this one so important. If you can make it to the semis, it's wide open. Whoever wins this game has a great shot to take home the trophy.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Change here. Kuminga's checked in, and then for Phoenix, O'Neal's checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for Beal, and it's Devin Booker in for Jones. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. O'Neal finds Allen. O'Neal sets the screen for Allen. Phoenix no good that time either.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Booker against MP. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Devin Booker.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Suns. Bradley Beal comes in for Grayson Allen. Suns trail by 13. For 3, Booker. That's miss number 3 for him. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Pass to post. A 3 from MP. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And he jams it with authority.
Booker's a good passer, becoming better in that area, and he knows how to work the ball around.
Right wing. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to MP. And beyond the arc, the rebound by Richards. The Suns shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Outside, Beal. Baseline try. That shot off the mark.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
MP has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And we'll be right back after this.
So, if you've been around this game, you see the trends. What they're doing tonight, that's how a bunch of teams are being built, playing outside.
And now a subject that's always of interest. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
They've got MP. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Spencer in at the 1. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Durant, the pass to Beal. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Kicks it out to Booker. Fires the 3. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Beal's got 3 assists in the game. And stolen by Dunn. A finish. And Dunn with the slam.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Spencer. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The 3 from MP. Rebound by the Suns. Beal's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dunn looking over the floor. And Booker puts up a deep 3. The Warriors pull it in. At one point, they led by 16. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And the basket by MP.
More points for MP, and you just think about the possibilities of this young player moving forward. He is something.
Back to Booker. Six to shoot. Here's Dunn. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, heard the...
Suns. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards. Royce O'Neal comes in for Kevin Durant. And Allen sub in for Beal. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got Devin Booker. Dunn is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Allen in at the 2 spot.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Phoenix no good that time either.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Launches it. Podziemski's shot is good.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to O'Neal. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Dunn misses. Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. The 3 from MP. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. MP's got 26.
The MP letting it fly with no hesitation.
Pass to O'Neal. Allen outside. O'Neal sets the screen for Allen. And the Suns miss again.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
And here's MP for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Booker. They can't stop the run with that one. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Spencer, the pass to MP. Driving in. Sweet little floater. MP's got 5 points in the quarter.
You give MP lanes to the rim, he looks to attack. I love his initiative there.
And Booker kicks to O'Neal. O'Neal sets the screen for Allen. Drills the 3-pointer.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Dunn dishes to O'Neal. Butler with the steal. Pass to Spencer. The 3 from MP. Hands it from downtown. MP's got 31. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Warriors?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Now here's Allen. Pass to Plumlee. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 5 on the clock. Booker with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's MP. Done with some nice D. Now Booker. See the Warriors taking the game here. And this victory locks them in for the West semifinals of the NBA Cup tournament.
And you can tell the competition is getting fierce, right? Only 4 teams remaining on the road to winning that NBA Cup.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony.